usage rate. I know you love that stat, Isaiah. Last season, along with Paul George, who was among the top 15 as well. You've got 3 of the top 15 in usage rate on the same roster right now. And I want to hold on. We're going to hear from PG first, then you can say your piece. First, here's 3D with PG.
I'm biting my tongue.
Yeah, I saw.
Wow. First thing I want to say is, can you believe this? You went from being a man in Indiana, your phone rings, you're in OKC, then because I know you so well, then you're fishing, and the phone rings again, and now you have Melo.
Right. That's honestly how it played out. That's how it played out. But man, God just works in mysterious ways.
As you guys come together, you're all Nike guys, brand Jordan. How can that help you guys figure out you guys' chemistry?
Well, I think, I haven't looked at it in that way. But, honestly, with that, being said and that mindset, we get a chance to kind of help brand one another, help catapult one another. And I think, us just dealing with each other from a brand aspect, me dealing with Nike, them dealing with Jordan, it's all sort of the same thing. So we're going to see a lot of familiar faces. We're going to be at a lot of different events that we're all going to be at. It allows us to carry that chemistry and continue to build on that off-court chemistry. And again, on court, we get a chance to really catapult, and we play well. Our shoe sales go through the roof, and we get captured in a different light.
Do you get excited now? You say to yourself, I don't mind getting 30 a night, who doesn't? But when I have 2 other guys that can help, does that make that process seem a little bit easier for you?
It does, because you got to think about it. People want to get on Melo or myself for our shooting numbers. Night in and night out, we're dealing with double teams. We're dealing with triple teams. We're dealing with traps. You can't do that now. You can't double off of Russ. You can't double off Carmelo. In those guys' shoes, you can't double off me. So it's a chance for us to be able to play one-on-one and be able to be elite from the scoring spots. So it helps and improves all of our games.
People talk about sacrifice, you change your game. Do you really have to change your game, or is it just basketball?
It's just basketball. It's just basketball. We have one common goal, and that's every possession get the best shot we can get. Then everybody, it allows everybody to be themselves. We want Melo to be aggressive. We want Melo to take the shots. We want Russ to keep attacking. If we just have in the mindset that we're going to get the best shot and the best look, regardless of who's shooting it, just let the game dictate who gets the shots. I'm not worried about the shots I'm going to get, the looks I'm going to get. I'm going to play basketball and play to win.
Defensively, this should be pretty interesting. You say when you go small ball, so to speak, move Melo to the 4, Robeson's on one wing playing defense, you're on another wing playing defense. All 3 of you guys, when you throw Russ in there, you can kind of guard your own man. So how exciting that defensively, how strong y'all can be?
I think that's going to be the biggest strength of this team. We already know what we're going to be offensively with the skill we have. But now you think of, Russ is a matchup problem on the defensive end. Roberson's one of the best defenders. Myself, Melo is savvy with it on the defensive end. And what I think is one of the most underrated big men on the defensive end is Steven. So, man, the game, it should come easier for us if we can turn defense into offense. And we should have fun with that.
How will you guys be able to keep the distractions about next summer? Is it all about trying to focus on this year and not worry about next summer, knowing that people are going to ask about you all season long?
Absolutely. And I think you got to look at it like that every year. I've learned, year to year teams change. So essentially, however years you have on a contract, you have to look at a team in a one-year basis, because everybody's going to change. Teams are going to get better that next year. Teams might get worse that next year. You got to look at it from a year standpoint, and what do we have to build off of from the start to the end of the year. So that's really how we got to look at it. That should be the only thing that we should be focusing on. We shouldn't let the outside on contracts or free agency come close to breaking what our goal is, and that's to win.
Now you look at the big picture. What's a successful season?
Successful season. I think making playoffs is what our goal should be from a team standpoint. Being a winning ball club and being a top defensive team, I think, should be a goal of ours. We have all of that. We have a chance to do something special beyond the first round, the second round, the semis. You know, we have a chance to win at that point.
Melo talked about it earlier. We see what the NFL is doing about our president making his comments. What is your outlook on all this?
You know, I just don't understand how the leader of our country can be hated. You know, you don't have to love a guy. You don't have to, you know, have positive feelings about someone, but you have to respect someone. And when you lose that, it's hard for the country. It's hard for us to have someone to lean on and someone that we can support and feel comfortable with. And I mean, as you see, this is the world has been the most opinionated as I've ever seen. Everybody has an opinion on this, from kids. Kids know about who Trump is, and you know, it's just a different time and place. And with social media going on, I think this is where we got to be the strongest because there's so much stuff that can break us up, break the country up, and divide us. And it's just hard to have a person that's fine with the world being broke up in the biggest, most powerful position in the world.
Appreciate you and good luck with the season.
Always good seeing you, 3D.
All right, baby. Back to you guys.
3D and PG, a match made in heaven. This is an interesting element to this offensive twist for OKC with the roster changes, is how much they'll improve from three-point range. We wonder. They were dead last in that category last season, 26th in the league in terms of made threes as well. Paul George